Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Grow Through It podcast. My name is Julia, and today we are diving into something that is so crucial to understand: the gut-brain connection. We always think about gut health as being about digestion, bloating, and probiotics. But your gut actually has its own nervous system, and it constantly communicates with your brain. If your gut is stressed, your mood changes. If your brain is stressed, your gut changes. I want to break down what that actually means in a simple, real-life way and share some of the habits that have helped me support my own gut and nervous system. Your gut is actually one of the most complex systems in your entire body. Scientists even refer to it as your second brain because it has its own nervous system, intelligence, and it communicates with almost every other system in your body. So clearly, it's extremely important to have a healthy gut. Let's first talk about what the gut is doing behind the scenes. Your gut houses around 70% of your immune system. So when your gut is inflamed, your immune system is inflamed. When your gut is balanced, your immune system is calmer. Immune cells literally live in your gut lining, so your gut health affects how often you get sick, how you recover, and even how your skin looks. This is why there is such a big connection between gut issues and skin issues like acne, rashes, or chronic inflammation. I know for me, when I'm eating poorly, especially when I'm eating gluten and dairy, I'm more prone to getting sick and my skin gets inflamed. Your gut also produces neurotransmitters, including most of your serotonin. This fact actually blew my mind. About 95% of your serotonin, which affects mood, motivation, sleep, and happiness, is produced in the gut. So again, when your gut is off balance, so is your mood, even if nothing is wrong. Your gut bacteria help regulate serotonin, which again is your mood and motivation, dopamine, which is for reward and drive, and GABA, which helps with calmness and anxiety balance. Not only do I notice skin flare-ups when I'm eating things I shouldn't, but I also notice mood dips. Your gut influences your hormones. Your gut microbiome helps metabolize and eliminate hormones, especially estrogen. If this process gets disrupted, it can lead to PMS getting worse, an increase in bloating, slowing of digestion, skin flare-ups, and more intense mood swings. So gut health is not just about digestion. It's deeply tied to how you feel hormonally each month. Your gut manages inflammation levels too. Chronic inflammation often starts in the gut. A sensitive or inflamed gut lining can send inflammatory signals through the entire body. That can show up as joint pain, chronic fatigue, brain fog, headaches, and even weight loss resistance. This is why eating an anti-inflammatory diet can make such a difference. It's calming your gut so the rest of your body can relax. Again, when my gut is off, I notice that all of those things are affected. My body hurts more, and I definitely get more brain fog. When I'm eating healthy and my gut is happier, I feel so much more energetic and focused. Your gut is like the Wi-Fi router of your whole body. If it's glitchy, everything connected to it struggles. So like I said, the gut has its own nervous system, and this is called the enteric nervous system. Your gut contains over 500 million neurons, which is more than your spinal cord has. This system controls digestion, how quickly food moves, how your gut responds to stress, and even the gut feelings you get. This is why you feel things in your stomach first. Nerves fire there before you consciously process things. Have you ever had a super intense gut feeling about something but you don't know why? It's because of these nerves in your gut. So if the gut affects all these areas, the natural next question is, how exactly is it talking to your brain? Your gut and brain communicate every second through the vagus nerve. This is the core of the gut-brain connection. The The vagus nerve is basically the main communication highway between your gut and your brain. Most people think that the brain sends all the commands, but about 80 to 90% of the communication actually goes upward from the gut to the brain. It also affects stress response, mood, and digestion. But signals do travel both ways, brain to gut and gut to brain. In the brain to gut connection, stress slows digestion, increases bloating, changes stomach acid, and can create nausea or urgency. In the gut to brain connection, inflammation or imbalances can trigger anxiety, low motivation, irritability, and energy dips. So your gut isn't just affected by what you eat, it's affected by what you think and feel. Your gut and mind are in a two-way relationship. Once I learned that my gut was connected to my mood, hormones, and even stress levels, it completely changed how I took care of myself. I no longer avoid certain foods just because they bloat me. I avoid them because I know how much it affects all parts of me. Have you ever noticed when you're super stressed or anxious about something, your stomach feels off? Like you have to go to the bathroom or you just feel those butterflies in your stomach? When we are stressed, this can lead to gut symptoms. And it's the same the other way around too. When we have gut symptoms, it can cause stress. Stress can cause bloating, constipation, urgency, and nausea. Gut issues can increase anxiety, irritability, and overwhelm. And this can become a cycle. Stress causes gut issues, which causes more stress. When your gut microbiome is off, your stress tolerance decreases. I have really noticed lately a change in my digestion, but I know that it's because I'm under a lot of stress. I don't typically get bloated or have major stomach issues, but lately it's been pretty bad. This is clearly caused by my stress because my eating habits have not changed. Next, let's discuss signs your gut-brain connection is dysregulated. Bloating or irregular digestion, cravings for sugar or carbs, low energy crashes, anxiety or irritability, brain fog, skin flare-ups, PMS symptoms feeling worse, or feeling on edge for no reason. If you have any or all of these symptoms, there's a very good chance it is dysregulated. Hormones play into gut health in a few different ways. Estrogen and progesterone change gut motility, which is how food moves through your GI tract. Inflammation increases right before your period, making digestion slower. I know when I get my period, my digestion changes a lot. Stress hormones like cortisol weaken the gut lining, so when you have an increase in cortisol, your gut will likely suffer a little bit. And your gut microbiome affects estrogen metabolism, or how your body breaks down estrogen. Hormonal imbalances can feel like gut issues, and gut issues can worsen hormonal symptoms, but it's often very connected. So now that we know how important gut health is and how much it affects us, what are some habits we can do to support the gut-brain axis? We need to look at both gut-friendly habits and nervous system habits, because as we know, they're connected and we need to take care of both. For gut habits, we can do things like eating balanced meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. We can focus on anti-inflammatory foods, prioritize hydration, and not skip meals. We can support digestion with gentle movement, limit artificial sweeteners and ultra-processed foods, which I spoke about in last week's episode. We can add in fermented foods if you tolerate it well, and increase fiber slowly. You want to make sure you're not adding in too much fiber at once. It has to be gradual if you're not used to it. Nervous system habits can include breath work, outdoor walks, strength training, regulating caffeine, and eating breakfast with protein. You can do vagus nerve stimulation like deep breathing, humming, or cold water on the face, and reducing stress before meals. I used to have pretty major gut issues. It kind of started when I got salmonella poisoning, but it persisted because I was not eating the right foods for me. I was constantly stressed and anxious, and I did not take care of my health the way I do now. The biggest things that helped me were lowering my stress, which meant leaving a toxic relationship and friendships, taking a really good gut supplement, which has probiotics, prebiotics, and digestive enzymes, cutting out dairy, gluten, and nuts because I am sensitive to them, and regulating my nervous system more. My gut health, my skin, my mood, and everything in between has been so much better since I started doing these things and taking care of my gut health and mental health. Like I said, my gut is inflamed right now because of the stress I'm under, but I'm doing everything I can do to try to calm it down. Another thing I found helpful was acupuncture. Acupuncture and reflexology can really help your gut calm down and regulate your nervous system. Reiki can also help with this. I can usually tell when a client has stomach issues, and we often uncover why. Your gut and brain are connected in such a powerful way. If one feels off, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means your body is communicating. When you learn how to support both your gut and your nervous system, everything feels easier. Digestion, mood, hormones, stress, and even your energy. This is why it's so important to take care of yourself. And if you listen to my last episode, maybe this will inspire you further to take more care of your body and start caring more about your overall health, not just what you look like. So this may all feel a little overwhelming. There's a lot of information to digest. But now that you have the knowledge of what the gut-brain connection is, we can start incorporating things slowly. Here are some simple things you can start doing today. Slowing down while eating, chewing more, drinking warm lemon water in the morning, and going for a 10-minute walk after meals. These are so simple, but can help your gut and nervous system so much. That is it for today's episode. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram at growthroughit.pod or use the link in the show notes to anonymously ask questions or suggest future topic ideas. If you enjoyed this episode, I would be so grateful if you left a rating or review and follow or subscribe. If you know of someone who may benefit from listening, share this episode with them. Thank you so much for listening, and remember that you are worthy. See you next time.